Hey, welcome. I hope you all are doing fantastic. Thank you so much for joining me. Today's reading is the person that you're interested in. How are they feeling? What are they thinking about you, about the situation at the moment? Okay, so the person you're interested in, what are they thinking and feeling about you? There are three groups for you to choose from. Group one, the Black Obsidian. Group two, the Clear Quartz Geode. And group three, the Black Stone. Okay. Group one, two, and three, the person you're interested in, what are they thinking and feeling? So if you do need to take a moment to choose your group, feel free to pause the video, but I will see you guys in your readings. Hey, welcome. If you've chosen the first group, the Black Obsidian, then this reading is for you. The person you're interested in, how are they thinking or feeling about you, the situation at the moment. I do have to say though, this reading is more geared towards people who, aren't already in relationships and, situations with the person that they're asking about. Okay. I should have said that at the beginning, but I forgot. So the person you're interested in, what are they thinking and feeling about you? So we have Three of Swords in reverse, Six of Cups upright, and we have the Page of Swords in reverse also. All right, so the person you're interested in feels that you're still healing. Um, this could be healing from a number of different things, but also for those of you who are healing in regards to an ex, they could actually think you're still trying to get over an ex, or they feel like you're still stuck on an ex. This does feel like it is mainly in regards to relationships, with the Lovers card coming out. But it could also be like friendships, family relationships. So they do feel like you are, still healing over someone from your past. Could be ex, it could be any type of relationship really. But they do think you're still heartbroken over something that has happened, even if it doesn't have anything to do with relationships. They could feel that you are still carrying hurt from your past. If you are asking about an ex though, like your person of interest is your ex, they do feel you've moved on from them and they feel as though they're still caught up on you. But for everyone else, at the moment, they feel like you guys are more like friends or acquaintances. They do find you attractive though, but they feel that things could get messy real quick if they were to show any interest in you, or more interest in you than they currently do. They actually feel like if they were to get caught up with you, you would end up hurting them or breaking their heart. And that's not what they want. It feels like they have kind of experienced, betrayal and loss before. So it's like maybe in their perspective, you're not able to kind of give them what they need emotionally, and they don't want to explore anything because maybe they feel like they would, fall for you quite quickly. But it wouldn't be the same for you. So they kind of don't want that kind of dynamic. So they don't think you're necessarily interested in them anyway. So they try not to blow their interactions with you out of proportion. Like, they try to not make, it's like, if you were to smile at them or say hi to them or like show some interest in them, even if it's just friendly, like they don't want to blow those interactions out of proportion and, take something small and make it bigger than what it was supposed to be. So they're trying not to think anything is deeper than what it actually is. But overall, like, they could feel that you don't really notice them. Or they don't feel like you're the one that's proactive when it comes to them. Like, if you guys are in the same environment, yeah, it's cool. You guys maybe are friendly and maybe you talk or whatever it may be. But they feel like you're not really trying to chase those interactions when it comes to them. And it may not be that they feel that you don't notice them in a general sense, like you just kind of gloss over them, ignore them, but just like in a romantic way, they just don't feel that you see that potential there, and that you don't really, notice them in that kind of way. So this person, they could also think life for you is a bit chaotic at the moment. They do hope it resolves, but they also feel like they should kind of like leave you to it. So it feels like they do feel empathy for you, but they're also not trying to be emotionally invested either. They don't think they don't think they're your type of person, but they do obviously feel that you are theirs. And if an ex is involved in this situation, then they could feel like your ex treats you like crap, or someone else in your life does. Like, they wish that you would have the confidence to leave this person. It feels like they don't like seeing this person, treat you like crap. So they really do hope you have the strength to finally move on from that situation and from that person. It does feel like they're rooting for you as well. They feel you are successful and you have a lot of potential. So they're confused as to why you want to attach yourself to a person or people who bring you down, or, could potentially throw you off. But they could also feel that you low-key like the chaos, or maybe you're used to it, and they feel like they have enough of their own shenanigans going on. So at the moment, it does feel like they're content with just keeping their distance for now. But they would like, even though they feel that maybe you are still attached to things and people that, isn't really for you, it feels like they do have hope that you will, eventually leave those things and people behind. They feel like maybe when that does happen, that, something could potentially manifest between you guys. It feels like they would also be more proactive if they did see that you weren't still attached to, things and people from your past. But yeah, they could feel that you guys are already good friends, or if you guys aren't friends yet and you guys are maybe just acquaintances, they could feel like you guys have the potential to be. This is random, but for some of you, they could feel that they're getting more attention from your friend or someone that you know. But for others of you, it could be that they feel their that their friend is giving you more attention, or you're more interested in their friend. So yeah, they could feel that for some of you, they feel that your friend likes them, but they like you more. It may not be a friend though, it could be like just a mutual person that you guys know. But again, it could also be the opposite, and they feel that you're interested in their friend more than you are them. But anyways, they do feel you have like an innocent vibe about you. They think you're fun. They would like to get to know you more, but it feels like this is coming from a distance, you know? Um, like, I don't want to say stalking you, but kind of just finding out more about you, maybe from observing you, maybe looking through your social media, asking people about you. But it feels like they want to get to know you more, but not from you directly, from a distance. They do think you're still growing, they think you're still maturing, and they hope communication will improve eventually, but they also don't want to force it. And they could feel that you're quite old school in a way. Like they could feel you are very loyal, but to a fault, if that makes sense. For some of you, they could think you're old school in a way where you have an attachment to things from the past. Say music, for example, hobbies, things that were popular in the past. Um, for some of you, they could think you're quite old school in terms of the way you live your life. It could be something else that you're more aware of. So this person, they do feel you rely on other people for comfort. They do feel that you are still a bit vulnerable, and feel that you are very sensitive. But they don't kind of see this as like codependency or anything like that. And despite having attachment to things that they feel in their perspective that you shouldn't, they still see you as very independent as well. For some of you here, they could feel your child or children, if you guys have any, that it, I don't want to word this wrong, like I don't mean it in a negative way at all, but they could feel that it makes it hard for you to find a partner or find love, or explore love freely, because you do have a first responsibility to your children. But they also feel it's a good thing, like it's something that they admire, that you put your kids first, even though you could really want love in your life and really want to be with someone. But yeah, they feel that you are trying to find comfort with people that are familiar to you. They could feel that maybe you need to break out. Like maybe they feel that. Do they feel that? It feels like they think you would be able to find more comfort from people and situations that are outside of what you're used to and what you're familiar with. But this person also feels like you're very familiar to them. They could either feel like they've known you for a long time, and maybe for some of you, this is the case, even if your relationship, has developed very slowly, or if you guys just saw each other around here and there. But they do feel like you are very familiar to them now. And they do feel you are generally a calm and loving person, but they are worried that you can be naive in some situations, and when it comes to, you know, certain people. And this person, they could also feel that you guys will be going your separate ways soon. Um, they could feel that you guys could be moving on to very different, you know, life phases that kind of just takes you on separate paths, that you guys won't be seeing each other around either at all or just not as much as you currently do. So yeah, this person you're asking about, they could be moving soon, they could be traveling, finding a different job. Um, so there is a part of them that could feel that it's too late for you guys. But because of your attachments, Eight of Cups, um, it feels like their heart isn't really in it when it comes to something potentially happening to you guys, unless, you know, they knew or they saw that you were kind of, you know, breaking away from this person or whatever it may be that they feel you're still attached to. So we have life-changing epiphany or experience, and we also have unconventional. So this person you're asking about, they could feel that you are quite unconventional. This person loves how unique you are as well. Like, you could have unique perspectives. Some of you could have very unique looks as well. But some of you can own this, like you could own the fact that you are unique, that you are, you know, unconventional, that you are very different from, you know, the people that you surround yourself with, or just different from, you know, the majority of people. Um, but yeah, they like that you own it. With life-changing epiphany, so this person feels like you are in need of that epiphany. You know, they feel like you need that light bulb moment. They feel like you need, you know, that light switch kind of coming on in your head when you kind of realize that, okay, maybe I should be, you know, moving on from this ex or this, you know, thing from my past. Um, yeah, so they feel like you need to kind of initiate that change. And this isn't even so they can kind of like, you know, slide in. Like, it doesn't feel like that. Or they kind of just feel you need to make that change for you, you know? Like, they definitely feel that you deserve better than whatever it is they feel you're settling for, you know? So we also have email. Be mindful of the messages you send. We have shopping. Pay attention to what energizes you. Interesting. Okay, so in terms of shopping, pay attention to what energizes you. I feel like it's just kind of reiterating what we've been, you know, talking about already. It feels like they want you to pay attention to what makes you feel good. They want you to pay attention. Like, they feel like there's things in your life that are draining you, that are, you know, creating unnecessary trouble or drama for you. Like, this is just from their perspective. That may not be the case, you know. um But yeah, they feel that you really do need to pay attention to what is and is not for you, you know? Hmm. All right, so in terms of be mindful of the messages you send, there's this weird message about them thinking or feeling that you need more privacy. They could feel that you need to keep more things private. They could be worried about your privacy. They could feel like there are certain people around you who are invading your privacy. It could be something that you are more aware of, or maybe that message isn't for you. We also have concealed power, give birth to the wonder of revelation. Concealed power. And we also have way of faith. Concealed power. So this person, they feel that you don't give yourself enough credit. They could feel that you're not yourself when you're around certain people or in certain environments. But with, in terms of like wonder of revelation, what it says here, and epiphany, like they feel like you need to have a revelation, you need to have an epiphany about a person in your life. Who is this person? With the Mother of Wands coming out and the Mother of Cups coming out, when I asked who this person could possibly be, I mean, if this isn't referring to an ex for some of you, this could be referring to a woman in your life, it could be referring to an old woman, maybe an old woman, is it someone in your family? It could be someone in your family. It doesn't necessarily feel like your mum or anything though, if anyone was wondering. I mean, if that is the case for you guys, but it could also be a friend as well, or it could be a dude with like feminine energy. But yeah, they do feel like there are certain people in your life that you do need to be more cautious of. Why do they think this though? So they could feel that you take on a lot of their struggles, a lot of their burdens. They could feel that you feel indebted to these people, or feel that you feel you owe these people something. And they don't necessarily feel like it's reciprocated, and they don't feel that you should feel indebted to them, you know? And they can feel like these people are stopping you from exploring your potential. With the Two of Wands coming out, maybe stopping you from doing things or moving somewhere or traveling and kind of just doing things that you want to do. Oh yeah, way of faith. So it would make this person really happy if they were to see you have a little bit more faith in yourself, again, from their perspective, you know? Okay, so we have my vagina just froze thinking about you. We also have, I tell my family and friends about you. We have, can I suck your toes, don't judge me. We have, our connection is doing more harm than good. We have time. We have healing. We have sit on my face. We have, it's like we have such serious cards here, and then we just have random cards like sit on my face and can I suck your toes. So I'm sorry about that, guys. We also have trauma, escapism, and I can't move on. So I'm going to try to get the less serious cards out of the way first. So they do find you very sexually attractive. So with the can I suck your toes, it doesn't feel like toes. If do you know when like kissing your feet, like kissing someone's ass, they could feel that you are doing that when it comes to a specific person or when it's, you know, in a specific situation, but they feel like it should be the other way around. Like people should be kissing your ass, not you kissing someone else's ass, you know? They could feel like you are into some kinky stuff, sexually, you know? Is there any more? Okay. So this person, they also feel that you are judging yourself too harshly, and they don't want to they don't want to see that for you, or they just feel like you shouldn't judge yourself so harshly. Like this person, they see you and they feel like you're doing so well, but they do feel like certain people and things are kind of like an anchor for you, you know. Yeah. But this person does feel like you're still healing. They could feel like you are still experiencing, you know, some trauma. They could feel like you're still going through it, especially if they do see you in Nine of Wands has come out a few times when I was clarifying, especially in regards to whoever this, you know, this other person is that they feel is, you know, not having the best influence on you. So they could feel like you are still, you know, carrying a lot of stuff that maybe isn't yours, or maybe the relationships that you do have with other people or a specific person is kind of creating that trauma for you. And they feel like you don't even really notice how these other people or person could be affecting you. And they feel like you can't move on from these people. That was clarified by the Chariot. They feel like you should run from these people. But ultimately, when it comes to you and them, I know it's been more about you and, you know, whoever they feel this other person is, or people. But when it comes to you and them, they do feel like if anything was to happen, if they were to come towards you, that you two being together in some way would be more harmful than good. And again, like this could be, you know, down to them thinking or seeing you as, you know, still needing to heal, and such. And they feel that even if, you were to move on from this person or people, that it would be like they would still try to make it hard for you to move on and kind of be happy and content with someone else or in a new environment or around a different group of people. But in regards to time, like they do feel there is a time limit. Maybe, I don't want to say time limit, but they do feel there is maybe a time limit on your connection, maybe on their feelings for you, especially if they kind of see you lingering in this situation. And they kind of do perceive themselves as, moving on soon, maybe not emotionally, but this could be physically, where they won't be able to kind of see you around or spend much time with you or, talk to you as much. So they do feel like time will inevitably be a factor in you guys' relationship. So they could feel you do, have these habits, that you might sometimes partake in that kind of helps you escape in some way. This is random, but when I was looking at the sit on your face card just now, um, it was less sexual and more like literal, like kind of suffocating. So they could feel that something in your life is quite suffocating for you. But this person does talk a lot about you to other people, to their family and friends. Like they could find you interesting. They could even find, wait, do they find your situation? They don't necessarily find your situation interesting, but they do find you interesting, and you are definitely a point of topic for them and their family and friends. Do their family and friends know you? Especially if their family and friends know you, actually. Yeah. But anyways, that is all that I have for this group. I really do hope it could be helpful. Um, I know there wasn't much on this person and how they feel and think about you, that there's more of them kind of observing you and your situation, even if it's not, necessarily accurate. But I do hope it could be helpful, and I'm wishing you guys the best, okay? Please take care of yourselves. Bye. Hey guys, welcome. If you've chosen the second group, the clear quartz geode, then this reading is for you. The person you're interested in, how do they feel? What are they thinking about you, about the situation at the moment? I forgot to mention this at the beginning of the reading, but I did kind of pull these cards more so for, relationships and connections that haven't developed into much just yet. So like crush, someone you're interested in, a friend, acquaintance, I don't know, but just someone you're not in a serious relationship with, basically. So anyway, so the person you're interested in, how do they feel? What are they thinking? We have the Sun for the first card. We have the Knight of Pentacles, and we also have the Nine of Swords in reverse. So They think you are a lovely person, you know, from what they've seen of you and what they know of you so far, they think you're lovely. But they also think that you guys haven't really interacted much, or maybe that's just a fact that you guys just haven't, you know. So it feels like they try not to give more meaning to your interactions than, you know, what it currently is. So basically, it's like they're not overthinking it. Like, this person likes you, they feel invested in you somewhat as well. They could feel that you have some feelings for them, and they definitely have feelings for you. But right now, they feel that both of you, like the feelings that you guys do have, is superficial, purely because you may not know much about each other yet, you know? So this person, they could feel like you like them, they could think you have feelings for them. They may not feel as serious. They may even, they may not feel that you like them. But they do feel you find them to be pleasant, you know? Um, they could also feel that you like their appearance too. They, when I was going to pull a card about how they feel about your appearance, and Ace of Wands came out. So they are definitely smitten by you, how you look, um, just maybe just like your aura as well, just like how you present yourself, and just like it feels like they do find you endearing, you know? But they could also feel that a lot of people find you attractive anyway. They could feel like that's kind of the same for both of you guys. But yeah, the reason why they think that you like them but not like them is because they could just feel you're being polite, or you're just friendly with everyone, but their feelings right now do seem friendship based, even though they appreciate, you know, how you look, that you're attractive, you know, curious about you, wanting to get to know you more. Judgment card. They may even want, you know, your situation, connection to move to the next level, whatever that may be. Like, if this is someone you're seeing around, they want the next step to be like talking, you know. But if this is someone you're already talking to, then maybe I want to, you know, spend more time with you, like, you know, stuff like that. So they do want there to be like a next step, a next phase, and, you know, in your connection, in your friendship, relationship, whatever it may be. So yeah, their feelings could be based more on friendship right now. And it just feels like that's the case because this person is just trying to be realistic, you know? For others of you, there could be like outside external reasons why they're kind of just trying to, you know, leave the connection as like a friendship based, you know, type thing, and not kind of run away with their feelings. Um, but it does feel like they are interested in you in more than a superficial way. Like, they are curious about you. They think you're cool. But the general consensus is that they don't know you very well, and they feel that because of that, it's not really romantic in nature yet. But it feels like this is a type of person, it does take them a lot to fall for someone like that anyway. So their plan is just for you guys to talk, chit chat here and there, eventually become friends if you aren't already, see if you guys are compatible. Um, So yeah, they're not really trying to think too far ahead, or try, think too deeply into anything, especially if nothing concrete has happened between you guys yet. So yeah, they aren't rushing to make anything happen either. They don't want to push anything. For others of you, again, like there could be external reasons as to why they're not rushing to make anything happen. Like for some of you, this person could be dating someone, and this person could be, I only date one person at a time kind of thing, and they may not want to be disrespectful to the person that they are dating, even if it isn't serious. And it feels like this person, they're at a point in their life where they are kind of working hard, trying to get their life or some area of their life or their career off the ground. And it also feels like this person is looking for something serious. It does feel like they're looking for a wife. If they don't want to waste their time, nor do they want to waste anyone else's time. And that could be also a reason why they're kind of just like dating one person at a time kind of thing. It feels like if they knew you like them, they would be more open to getting to know you. And they do, like, from what they know and from what they've seen of you so far, they do feel like you guys could be compatible. But this isn't someone who typically rushes into things. They wouldn't push, they wouldn't do too much, they wouldn't chase and act thirsty. That just may not be their vibe, like that just may not be who they are. But if they knew you like them, it feels like they would want to handle you and the situation with respect. So yeah, this person may not be into dating multiple people at once. For others of you though, like especially if you know this to be true, they could be in a committed relationship, maybe a relationship that's stable. Um, it may not be all fire and passion, and there may not even be a strong attraction there, but it feels like they could have a foundation with this person. They could, enjoy their company, and it feels like they have enjoyed good times with this person, even if it could be like few and far between, like right now. And if this person is in a relationship, they could feel like they've built a foundation with their partner. Like maybe families are involved, maybe mutual friends. So it feels like they would be very hesitant to throw that away for a spark that they have with someone else. But this person, they feel like you have a beautiful smile. They do feel you lead an interest in life. For a lot of you here, like they could also think you have this beautiful sun-kissed skin. It feels like they definitely admire your outer appearance, but they also feel like you have, with the Seven of Cups, they do feel like you have a lot going on below the surface as well. Like they do feel if they were to peel away the layers with you and talk to you more, then they would be, what's the right word? Like hooked. They do feel like you're interesting. But yeah, another reason they may not, like they try not to think too deeply into a connection with you is because they know you're in a relationship, or they could imagine you to be in a relationship, especially if this is someone you don't know very well, or you just know them in passing. Like this, you could be in a relationship, I don't know, I may never see you ever out with anyone, but you could be. So yeah, there's a lot of unknowns. And this person, they do feel like at times and on some level, they find themselves gravitating to you. And this does make them feel guilty. They could feel guilty that they're even interested in you, even if it may not be that deep yet. But especially because they feel like you're in a relationship, they could be in some type of situation, whether that's, an established relationship or just someone they're kind of dating and seeing how it goes. But they do feel guilty that they even feel interested in you, that they want to get to know you more, that they find you interesting. And they do feel they've been nice to you, and they feel, do they feel like you've been nice to them? And they feel like you've been nice to them. That was clarified by Two of Cups. But they are trying not to read too much into it, and they hope that you don't read too much into it. Like, they don't want like ruined expectations. And it feels like this person, they may know other people who are interested in you. It could be a friend of theirs. So it also feels like they don't want to interfere or step on toes in that regard as well. But whoever this friend is or mutual person that likes you, they feel that you're too good for this person, and they assume you have high standards anyway, so they're not like, they would be concerned if they felt like you didn't have high standards, like they would maybe try to warn you. But it feels like, okay, like, I see that you do have high standards, so I'm not even worried about this person trying to like come towards you. So yeah, this person, they definitely feel you respect yourself and hold yourself in high regards. They feel that you treat others well, but they could also feel you're a bit closed off to the majority of people. They often feel that your life is quite draining, tiring, but they do feel you're getting on with it. This person, they absolutely adore your confidence. They like how assertive you are. They like how you move, like your body language, the way you walk, your posture, like something about the way you move is like very strong and assertive. Like, you guys could have very strong body language. This person, like, they do feel very positive about you. They could think you're fun. They may not feel that you're adventurous right now, like in a risk-takey kind of way, but they assume that you would be more adventurous if you could, if you kind of just had space for that in your life. But they think that where you are at right now, that's just not your priority. That's just not where your head is at. And they think that you do typically move quite slowly as well. They think you are a leader, or you have to play that role in some area of your life, or just in general. They do feel you're quite reserved and secretive at times. For some of you, they think you prioritize your health, or you really do like try to take care of your health. For others of you, though, this could be that they feel you take care of your appearance. It could be both as well. This person could also feel like you're quite guarded. They feel like not a lot of people have access to you. They could also feel that you don't give a lot away, in terms of maybe yourself, but this could also be in regards to other people, not in a stingy or not generous kind of way, but maybe in terms of like knowledge or opportunities. Like, they could think you have the power, the knowledge, the know-how, to kind of like put people on, or to guide them onto something better, but they feel like you don't. So basically, they just think there are occasions where you could help, but you don't, you choose not to. Maybe you're someone who prefers, you prefer to see when people help themselves instead of relying too much on other people to help them. And so they could see you as being unhelpful in certain situations. But for the majority of you here, it feels like they could get it. And for some of you, they could feel like it's coming from a place where, like, okay, I had to help myself, so why can't you do the same? Or why do I need to help you when I'm supporting myself and I'm supporting these people, and all you have to do is support yourself. Why can't you do that? So they could feel like you do have that mentality for some of you guys. They could also feel you are very self-controlled at times, maybe too self-controlled, but they do see you as honest and mature. They could feel you really dislike immaturity in other people. But I have to say, like, in regards to the unhelpful thing, it doesn't even really seem like something they know for sure. It doesn't seem like something that they've seen. So it could be something they're assuming. But for some of you, it feels like they have, it's like they've heard a lot of hearsay when it comes to you. So like a lot of people could be in this person's ear, or they kind of just hear people kind of like chit chatting about you, gossiping about you. So yeah. And for a lot of you here, they do feel you've overcome mental health, um, issues. They do feel your mind is in a healthier place. And you know how in the Nine of Swords, like with this one, it's like it's festering. They feel you've removed, the things and the people in your life that were kind of like festering in your life. They just feel like you don't necessarily have a lot of time for, BS. Okay. Alright, so we have here dog, be your own best friend. We also have celebrity, shine like the star you are. This is random, but for some of you here, like this person could have a dog and they could be, it's not is it a concern? It's not necessarily a concern or anything like that, but they could feel like you aren't a dog person, even if you are. They could feel like you're someone who really doesn't like to get messy. Like they could feel like you are a bit of a perfectionist. Like they could perceive you as like really clean, but they feel like they don't necessarily feel like they're the complete opposite, but they feel like maybe they don't really hold themselves to as like higher standard as you do, you know? Oh, okay. Do you have more from this one though? Okay, what else? So, Two of Cups came out to clarify this person, they feel as though they would be able to be loyal to you. They could assume that you don't have a lot of people in your life who are loyal to you. Do you have more from this one? So it's quite dark here, dark there. Then we have two yellows as well. So we have busy times and multitasking. We have bless your heart. It says reach out for emotional and spiritual support to help heal and mend your heart. So this person, they could also feel like you don't like opposition, you don't like competition. But for others of you, they could feel that you're at a point in your life where you don't really have to maybe deal with that, or you're at a point in your own development where you don't feel like you need to compete with other people, or it's just something that you're not even going to entertain. Like if someone was to say, "Oh, I need to pick between you and this other person," you would be like, "Go ahead and pick the other person," you know, like leave me out of it. So yeah, they could feel that way about you. So they could feel in certain circles you are a bit of a celebrity, or in certain environments. It's like if someone was to say, "Oh, okay, have you seen that girl?" and they give one description of you, and they'll be like, "Oh, that person, yeah, I know her, blah 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 blah." Like for some of you, you could have that kind of like maybe there are certain things about you, like defining things where like maybe you always dress in all black, so like that girl that always dresses in black, or you know that girl with the tattoos, or the one with the pink hair. I don't know, but there could be something very like, but it may not even be just about appearances. It could be also about how you carry yourself or your personality, or it could just be that you are very well known in a certain area. But yeah, so busy times and multitasking, and we also have bless your heart. So this person could actually feel that you seem a lot busier than you actually are. They kind of just feel like you're not at a place in your life where you do have to hustle, or just be busy and you know just always on the go as much as you know had to be in your past. So they could feel like, you know, with the King of Cups, they could feel like your life is more settled, is like more grounded, is yeah. But for some of you, they could feel that you are busy, or you do have like, you know, a few stuff going on, but just the way you manage it, it kind of it makes it easier. So if someone else had your to-do list, maybe it would be very busy and hectic for them, but the way you kind of approach things and the way you maybe plan things out, it's not as stressful and as busy as it could be, you know. So clarify and reaching out for emotional support, Five of Cups came out. to clarify. Do they feel you need to reach out? So they could feel you're emotionally closed off in some way. Like they could feel that you're not necessarily someone that people can approach or rely on for emotional support. With the Nine of Swords in reverse and with the Six of Swords coming out in the upright, they could feel you've been on maybe an emotional journey yourself. Like they could feel like you've undergone a lot of healing as well. They could feel like you've transitioned, judgment. Like they could feel like you've really transitioned in your life. Like what your life used to be like, or what you used to be like, is just very different to who you are now, and it could have taken a lot for you to get to get there. So they don't feel it's kind of, you know, it's not easy for you to help people or maybe be emotionally available all the time, just because of how much you've been through or how much they kind of perceive you as having gone through, you know. And they could feel that you view a lot of other people's problems as a non-problem. Like they could feel, that is so funny, a mountain out of a molehill is what I was about to say, and the picture that came up. So they could feel that you see a lot of people kind of making mountains out of molehills in regards to their problems. So we also have silence in the mind. Let silence guide you to inner peace. We also have imagination. Draw from the well of your own capabilities. So this person does feel like you are very creative. They do feel like you are very imaginative. They feel like you're very intelligent in general, like creatively, intellectually. Like this person, they do feel as though you have a lot of talents. So with the Three of Swords coming out in regards to silence in the mind, they could feel you have been through a lot of chaos, or, you know, I don't know, just maybe a situation or just you know, an era of your life was very like chaotic, and with the with the Five of Pentacles as well, maybe it was there was a lot of struggle, and now they kind of feel like maybe you just want that peace, you know. And that could be another reason why they feel that you are more, you know, you kind of want people to help themselves. But they feel like you're at a point now with the Queen of Swords where your mind is just quite silent, or that's something that they feel you're practicing. That's funny, King of Swords came out right after. So they could feel that you are already at a place where you kind of feel this inner peace. And they feel you don't want anyone to disturb that. Five of Swords came out to clarify that. So they could feel that you just don't want people to kind of bring their conflict and, you know, and their mess towards you. But that's just the perspective they have, you know. It may not be entirely true or, you know, accurate, but alright. So we have this connection will forever affect me. We have I am so comfortable around you. We've had I've never met someone like you. It's not just spiritual. I mean, it's not just physical, it's also spiritual. We have fuck it, just marry me. We have I was a distraction for your pain. We have it's a problem. We have wild thoughts. We have opportunist. And we also have I judged you too quickly. Oh, so it feels like at first this person definitely judged you incorrectly, like they feel they judged you incorrectly. It feels like they realize you're a lot nicer than they originally may have, imagined. I want to see, I'm just going to see what they potentially, um, what was their like first impression? This may not resonate for everyone though. Oh gosh, this video is running a bit long. So with the moon card coming out, initially they could have felt that you were, what's the right word? For some of you, they could have felt that you were sly, or like they felt maybe there was something a bit manipulative about you. They could have felt that you were someone who had bad intentions or was just like a bit dark. But yeah, they definitely feel that you're a lot nicer. They shouldn't have judged you based on appearances or based on what they heard from other people. But they feel like meeting you and just who you are as a person, they feel that will stay with them, that they will carry that with them. Like they feel like you're not someone that would be easy for them to forget. And even if like there haven't been like huge interactions between you guys, they do feel that you have changed them in some way. Like they do feel that you have impacted them in some way. In what way? For some of you, it feels like you may have changed their perspective on heartbreak, on trauma, on healing, maybe even poverty for some of you guys. But they could view you as some sort of success story. So yeah, you could have impacted them in that way. But they feel super comfortable around you. Like they definitely feel like they haven't met someone like you before as well. But they feel your energy is what is most attractive about you. That is something that draws them towards you. Like I don't know if they would call it a spiritual connection that they do feel towards you, but they do feel like there is something what do you call it, like otherworldly, I don't know what it is, but they do feel like there is this thing that kind of draws them towards you, and that they're not entirely sure what that feeling is or what that force is, but they do feel it. They may not feel that you want marriage. They may not feel that is something you are looking for. For some of you, like this may not be someone who is typically impulsive, but because they feel so drawn to you and they're not like sure what it is, like they just feel like it's kind of like magnets, that they kind of just feel, you know, like a force is kind of drawing them to you. They are worried that they may do something or say something impulsive. Worried is the wrong word, but they do feel like, okay, I'm typically quite, you know, chill, patient, grounded, but you could make them feel like they could feel when it comes to you, it may, like they may do something that's out of character for them, you know? It feels like they're worried that they might just blurt something out. And I'm saying worried for like lack of a better word. But this person, they don't want to be just like a distraction for you. For some of you, like they don't want to be like an experiment for you. I don't know if like I don't know if that's the right word, but like they don't want to be a test run. They don't want to be a trial. Like they don't want to be like they want someone to be sure about them, not just let's see how it goes, you know? Like they want someone to be sure. Okay? But for some of you, they could feel that they would be a distraction for you. Wait, do they feel that they'll be a distraction for you? Like they're not worried that they would be a distraction for you, like kind of take you away from your other responsibilities or anything like that. But they do feel that it's, what do you call it? Like you wouldn't be, like serious about them, if that makes sense. Like you'll be like, kind of using them to pass the time, not using them, but you know what I mean. This person does have a lot of wild thoughts about you. And they feel that they need to, you know, if they do see an opportunity with you, even if they're not kind of forcing anything romantic, they do feel like if they see an opportunity that they do need to take it. But again, it doesn't feel like they're, you know, trying to force anything either. But that's all I have. Okay, for those of you who chose this group, I really do hope it could be helpful and make sense. And I'm wishing you guys the best. All right, take care. Bye. Hi, all, welcome. If you've chosen the third group, then this reading it's for you, the person on your mind. No, not the person on your mind, the person that you're interested in. How do they feel? What are they thinking about you? The connection. We'll see what messages came out. Oh, this group was the only group that got an extra card as well, so we'll see what that is about. So the first card we have is the Six of Wands. We have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. We have the Eight of Swords. And we also have the Devil. So just a random message for some of you, the person that you're. Oh yeah, I didn't mention this in in the intro, but this reading, these readings are more geared towards people who aren't in serious relationships with the person they're asking about already. Okay. But anyways, moving on from that. For some of you, this person could feel that they are too insecure to be in a relationship with you. That doesn't stop them from having feelings for you, from wanting to pursue you or anything like that. But it's just something that they do feel and think within themselves. But the person you're asking about is definitely interested in you. They're clearly interested in you. They think you are sexy. They find you to be awesome. But they also feel that you have been through a lot. I feel like I say that every reading, like honestly, but that is the energy that's coming through. They feel that you don't trust them. And they could feel it would be hard to approach you because, they kind of get the feeling, do they know for sure? Or they know for sure that you don't trust them. Some of you could have made it very clear that you do not. But they do feel that it will take a while to earn that trust. And they get it as well. With the Ten of Swords, they could feel like you've experienced a lot of betrayal. So they understand your hesitancy, or, your ability to not really kind of just trust someone that you may not know very well yet. So for some of you here, this person could be in a relationship, but it feels like you would be unaware of this, especially if this is someone you don't know very well yet, or you don't see this person regularly. But because of this, it feels like they are admiring you from afar. But I have to say, like, this person does seem to be more attracted to your more conflicting qualities. I will get more into this, but this person also seems a bit afraid of you, intimidated. For some of you, they could be afraid of you because you seem chaotic or aggressive or have a short temper. Maybe this is something that they've actually seen from you. For others, this could just be based on hearsay. It could be based on, your appearance or how you carry yourself, or just their assumptions. Like they feel that around you, they would have to mind their manners, If you've already put this person in their place before, that's why you have them a little shook, because they've crossed that line before and they kind of know what that bite is like. So they're not trying to be in that position again. They honestly feel sorry for anyone who tries to cross your boundaries. They just feel like you're not that person, if I'm being honest. Um, but it feels like this person wants to do something nice for you. Why do they want to do something nice for you? It feels like they want to get on your good side. This person, they don't necessarily put you on a pedestal, but they do feel like you're in a league of your own, that you are unique and that there's no one like you, not that they've met anyway. Or maybe like not a lot of people make them feel insecure or like intimidated and a bit fearful. So you are definitely different from maybe a lot of peeps that they meet. So this person, they also feel like you're a low-key kind of person, and they also feel or know that a lot of people judge you unfairly or incorrectly. Like they could feel a lot of people judge you based on appearance. So this person, they do think you aren't really invested in anyone right now. Like they don't feel you're out here looking for a relationship. Yeah, they don't even feel like you're out here looking for like a sexual relationship either. They don't feel like you're looking for a friends with benefits type situation. They could just feel you are very happy on your own. The hangman came out in that for that message, so they could feel that you are kind of taking a step back from all of that stuff, you know. But yeah, this person, they feel you've been blessed. You know, they feel like you are divinely protected. They feel like you've been blessed with good luck. If you guys are single, or any of you here that are single, they think you like it that way, you know. But something that does give them pause is that they kind of believe you're not as confident as you should be. Like they look at you and they see you, or they see your qualities, and they think that you have a lot to feel confident about, you know, so they're baffled that you don't. But they do see you as creative and assertive. They feel that people, they feel that like people feel quite protective over you. This could be, it could be strangers, you know, like they could feel that strangers feel protective over you. Um, it feels more like strangers as opposed to like family or people that you're, you know, like friends, or, you know, people that you're around all the time. They could feel like strangers feel more protective over you. Mm. But yeah, they also feel you're divinely protected. You know that quote or saying, I don't know, but you know, blessed and highly favored, like that's how they see you. They could see you as quite religious. The high priestess came out. Did they see you as spiritual? They could see you as spiritual as opposed to religious. They could see you as both. But they definitely see you as being connected to a higher power. This could be purely because of how protected you are or how protected you seem. They do feel slightly jealous of the attention you get though. Um, mainly the attention you get from people that they feel are interested in you. In the past, they could have thought you were naive. So, you know, was it this group? Yeah, it was this group. You know, when I said they kind of felt other people judged you unfairly, maybe they were one of those people, you know? And maybe when they first met you or first saw you, started seeing you around, they thought you were naive. But it feels like since then, they've realized they were wrong. Um, like they definitely feel you're a lot stronger, a lot feistier as well than they had anticipated. And you know what? They could have felt more confident when they felt you were naive, but now it's kind of got them a little scared, you know? So, um, I don't want to say they preferred it when they thought you were naive, but they definitely felt more confident when they had that perception of you. So even though they may not put you on a pedestal themselves, they definitely feel like there are some people who have. Um, but they do feel they feel you have given people good advice. They do feel you have been a support. Like the Emperor and the Hierophant came out to clarify that message. Do they see you like that? They could feel other people look to you as someone who is wise, someone that can be trusted. Like they just feel you do get a lot of praise, and this could be like praise from your family, it could be praise from your colleagues or your friends, or again it could just be like the people you've helped, it could be people you work with, like clients maybe. But yeah, in some way they do feel like you do get a lot of praise. They do feel you can be controlling though. Not necessarily of yourself, they could feel like you are quite controlling of other people. But they don't think you do this intentionally. They could feel you're just quite protective, the Queen of Cups, so they could feel like, do you take a mother role? Not a mother role. Like they could feel it comes from a place of nurture, a place from caring. They do feel like you aren't too invested in your appearance, but they feel it doesn't really take a lot for you to look good anyway. Maybe they feel like that's not even, something that you care about too much. But even then, they do feel like people do see you as someone who is quite intimidating still. They could feel you're kind of protective over them. This may not be for everyone. It could be protective over someone else. But yeah, this person, they do feel that you have some devilish ways. Like, they could think you can be sly. They could think you've maybe had your struggles with addiction. For others, they could think you're interested in like things that could be quite dark, maybe like dark magic or, dark practices. That's not for everyone though. Well, I just want to clarify, they do not think you're sly in a manipulative kind of way. In what way then? Mm. Mm. So they could also feel that you have. Do they think? So this isn't for everyone, but they could think you've. Oh, I don't. So for some of you, they could think that you have manipulated people. They could think that you've manipulated people to fall for you. They could think that you've gotten in between people's relationships as well. But again, like, I don't know if this is necessarily a bad thing. Like, for some of you, they could think that you show, or there have been situations where you've shown that, like, you've shown certain people that their partners weren't loyal to them or aren't loyal to them. Like maybe you're someone, how do I put this? So for some of you, it feels like they know people or a person who left their partner for you, or they were going to leave their partner for you. They could think you do things sometimes to highlight other people's negative qualities. They do think you can be messy, even if that isn't really your intent. Like they could feel if like someone's husband approached you, for example, they feel that you would maybe lead them on a little bit, but only so that you could hurt them and show their partner that, they're not to be trusted anyway. But that's not for everyone here. Maybe some of you have done this unintentionally. Maybe you're not even aware of it. But they do feel like maybe sometimes your actions or your words or whatever could lead people on. They could even feel that they've been, subjected to that as well. They could also think that you try to make other people, or there's a specific person that you try to make this person or people feel insecure. But if this is the case, they do feel that is intentional. Like they could feel that you are trying to maybe actively make someone feel bad. But yeah, they feel that you've managed to pull yourself out of a dark place. They could feel like this has been done multiple times. They also think you have a very strong awareness in terms of your environments you enter. Like they feel you are always reading the room, scoping people. Like they do feel you try to be clever. They could also feel that you reject the praise of people, that you don't really care for it. Like you don't really care for to be praised, or for people to kind of like put you on a pedestal, or kind of give you a bunch of compliments. They don't think you care. But they also feel you are used to rejecting people. This person, they fear missing out on you, not getting to be with you. They could be afraid to lose you, that one day will just be gone. Like this person wants to stalk you, but they don't feel right about it. So they don't. Like they could be too afraid actually, for whatever reason. They could even feel that something bad will happen to them if they were to, stalk you or kind of find out stuff about you that didn't come from you. Like for some of you, this person could actually think you're a witch. With the Eight of Swords, like they think you're private. They do feel you hide certain parts of yourself. But they think you know what you're doing. Like, you know how they initially thought you were naive? Do they think they could feel like that's actually a strength? Like if people do tend to misinterpret you as naive, and then you kind of like they like something happens and they quickly realize that you're not, like they feel like that's kind of like one of your strengths, if that makes sense, like a superpower, for example. But yeah, I feel like these readings are just getting longer and longer. Okay, so alright, so we have car, get into the driver's seat of your life. We have ceremony, honor how far you've come. Okay, let me just do these ones first. So they do feel like you're generally, in control of your life. You're in control of the direction you're going in. Like they could feel you do move things around, move people around, like navigate life as if like it were a game, like as if it was like a chessboard, So this person, they do feel that they could be desirable to you, but ultimately they do feel like you're not really looking for something serious. Are they looking for something serious? This person, they could be more like focused on the physical as opposed to looking for something serious. Like this person also feels you have come a long way in regards to ceremony here. But this could also be like in a specific area of your life, like career, if you move to a different country, if you like change job or something like that, or it could be, your lifestyle is very different to how it used to be. I don't know, but this person does feel like you have come a long way. So we have ceremonies and celebrations. And we have Six of Wands, so maybe there's something in that. We also have spiritual protection. So you are being watched over and protected physically, emotionally, and energetically. Was it this group? There was a message about being spiritually protected. So at times, like this person could feel that you need protection, like because of how other people may perceive you. Like especially if people do initially kind of think you are naive, that they could feel that you need protection from, those kind of people. This person does feel like you like to celebrate. They do feel you like to have a good time. We also have union of love, and we also have do not be frustrated. So this person does actually think you have quite a cool head. Like they do feel like there is very little that rattles you, or maybe they just like maybe people rarely get to see you rattled or frustrated. Like they could feel you do handle stress, chaos, mess well. Like this person does want some type of union with you, you know? But they could also be worried that you may find that connection, that real love, that real bond with someone else, even if they don't feel that's something that you're necessarily looking for from, you know, their perspective outside looking in. So we also have I'm worried you don't feel the same. We have let's fly away, would you fly away with me? We have I'm going to play you for as long as you let me. We also have our deep-rooted commitment issues. Doesn't the devil signify commitment issues as well? We'll see, we'll see. So we also have I'm still thinking of the little things you did and said. I want to feel your skin against my own. We have you are mine. We have please don't say no, say yes. We have manipulated, and we have I want to taste every inch of that odd. Okay. So for some of you here, like this person could imagine traveling with you. This could be just like getting away with you, either for a few days, for some of you, a few hours. But it feels like they want you to themselves, you know, or they want an opportunity to have you to themselves. With I'm worried you don't feel the same, like this person is worried that you don't feel the same. Wait, are they thinking of saying something to you? I don't know, that seems incomplete. 1 second. But to clarify that message, the Seven of Swords came out. They could feel that they would have to lie to you in order for you to feel the same way as they do. With the other two groups, it feels like the people that they were asking about, like they weren't trying to blow any interactions they had with the person watching, like out of proportion, you know. But it feels like this person is doing the opposite. It feels like they definitely are taking your smaller interactions with them, and I wouldn't say running with it, but they're definitely like feeling it, like they're allowing themselves to feel it, they're allowing themselves to like fantasize almost, or you know, think more of the interactions than what they were. So yeah, they definitely feel you have left your mark on them. This person is trying to get close to you, this person is trying to be physical with you. Like this person does feel quite possessive over you as well, like they don't like other people giving you attention. Like with the Ace of Swords coming out, when they do finally, you know, what is it, courage, opportunity, when they do finally get some type of go ahead to talk to you and communicate with you, be open with you, they hope that you don't reject them, you know? Like they definitely hope you are able to hear them out. So yeah, this person, they could feel as though they would need to manipulate you in order to get with you in some way. But it doesn't feel like they actually have the intent on doing that. They just feel like this is something that I would do to kind of get the outcome that I wanted to get with you, but it's not something that they're willing to do anyway. They don't necessarily feel like you have commitment issues. They just feel like maybe that's just not something that you want. But they could feel like they do have some issues when it comes to commitment. They could feel like that is something that holds them back. This could be something that they feel that they would have to lie to you about in order to kind of get closer to you. But again, like, this isn't necessarily something that they're even willing to do. So they feel like you both have it in you to kind of play the other person. They could feel like you actually enjoy that, like kind of playing with people a little bit. They feel like they could do it to you, like, again, like, they do feel like they could manipulate you. But again, it's not really something that they want to do. But they could feel like you are perfectly cool, like, leading someone on, even if that's not necessarily the case. But that is all I have for those of you who chose this group. I really do hope it can be helpful, make sense for you, the person that you're asking about. But I'm wishing you guys the best, all right? Please take care of yourselves. Bye.